Hello everyone, this is White Wolf. We're going to be going live, and I wanted to talk about, really living in the excitement, in the bliss of every state, but also in the ecstasy of every state, but also knowing that our excitement doesn't stem from actually feeling the excitement, but the excitement is seeing the unfolding and seeing the blessings and seeing the confirmations that come along the way that let us know that we should be excited. And even if some things in our life tell us to not be excited, that doesn't mean that we can't be excited or happy or joyful or appreciative, because that's usually the indication that we're being tested a little bit on our faith, to where we can be able to be excited, to be joyful, to be inspirative, and also have aspirations, and leading ourselves with that breadcrumb trail of excitement, and knowing that we can always find the joy, the resonance, the peace inside of every situation, and knowing that the excitement is not something that we just feel, but the excitement is something that we are, and something that we practice every day, knowing that the excitement is the journey, it is the expansion, it is the way that we can snap into that state of purification. And knowing that our happiness is not based on our success or based on what's being shown to us physically, but it's the non-physical essence that allows us to really be joyful, to be in resonance, to be in clear, direct perception over how we can make ourselves happy and excited and have new ideas. And always following that direct perception over how we can truly be and really change our state and change our bliss and change the definition of what we think is happiness and what we think is prosperity and what we think is enlightenment. We have to change the definition, we have to change the theme, we have to change the story that we assume ourselves to be, and we have to change our assumptions and let go of the assumptions that do not fit within our vibrations. So we have to subtract, we have to add, we have to implement, but we also have to create new and more ways of looking at it from a much different perspective and directing the message with a different energy. So when we're searching for excitement over something, when we're having to search for the excitement, we're not allowing ourselves to be excited about it. But the excitement just organically ignites the flame of passion within you, and excitement is something that you do until you don't have to look for it. You don't have to look for the signs or the confirmations or what's being reflected to you, because you automatically reflect that within yourself and within everybody that you're interacting with. So when we're able to reflect what we need to reflect, but also mirror back everything that we want to desire and want to manifest, then we won't have to really look for the excitement that is presently there. But the excitement will be shown to us and revealed to us, and understand how we can tap into that and tap into that recognition of mirroring it back to you and back to me and back to everyone. So if we're mirroring back the excitement, then that will be reflected within our lives. But if we're mirroring back something very negative, then that will be mirrored back to us, and then we'll have a catalyst attached to it and a lesson. But now, since you've learned the catalyst and the lessons and the things that you want to accumulate, then you're able to direct the message with a more profound, in-depth knowingness that you don't have to really look for the excitement that is presently there, because it's already there. And most of the time when we're not feeling excited, or we're not, in a sense, in the most bliss state, it doesn't mean that you lost it, or it doesn't mean that you are out of alignment. Maybe you just need to remind yourself to get back into that state, to get back to the driver's seat, to get back to who you are as a creator, and then have complete allowance and acceptance over that the excitement should not be something that you look for, but it's something that you just immerse yourself in, and it's something that you carry with you. The excitement is something that you carry with you everywhere where you go, and emanating that light and that love and that prosperity and that heart within yourself, coming from your heart center, living by your heart, and living by your chosen desire. That was my opening for this live. I hope you guys are doing well. I see some of your guys' comments, and I see some familiar faces who have came into the feed. So I wanted to let you guys know that you also can book private sessions with me for $120 for 1 hour sessions. So if you want 1 hour sessions with me, this is White Wolf. And also I do psychic readings online as well, and I'm probably going to do that later on tonight, probably after my client, or I might have to eat something because I haven't ate anything except for multi-grain cereal. But what I wanted to get across with this live was that going with your heart, having complete faith, having complete allowance, and letting go completely is really you accepting transformation and accepting change and accepting your place of blessing. Accepting your place of blessing is knowing that you are the place that gives and radiates the blessing. So know your place, know your position, know who you are, and the rest will subside and the rest will fall away. What does not need to be there. So there will be complete integration, not only within yourself, but within everybody. So there's a purity and a clarity that comes over us when we are able to ditch the attachment to wanting to be excited or trying to excite ourselves. But it's really just finding the joy and the peace and the resonance and the inspiration that is channeled from us, and choosing to channel that always, so that we are able to know what is left is the nothingness and the mysteriousness of spirituality and awakening. So we get to pick and choose how we want to be in every single moment. We get to choose and pick how we want to live our existence and live out our life progression. But there's a reason why it is a life progression. Instead of regressing, instead of taking 10 steps back, why don't you take 20 steps forward and allow yourself to really accept the quantum leap that you're on, and quantum jumping and transversing from so many different timelines and things of that nature. Knowing that you can pick and choose where you want to become, what you want to do, how you want to be in this moment. You get to pick and choose how you want to be in every single moment, in every type of experience. And it's literally living with the intention and the vibration that we always want more. We always want more from ourselves, but we want more from how we want to experience life in reality. But putting an expectation on it, or putting a label on it, or putting a story attached to it will never allow us to just appreciate and have gratitude. That's why we have to trade out expectation for appreciation. So it really gives us something to direct our message, or direct how we feel, or direct how we want to go about this, and living with the acceptance of going with your heart with every type of energy and configuration and situation and circumstance. That no matter, if you just go with your heart, if you go with everything that's inside of yourself, then you won't have to look for the happiness or the inspiration or even the excitement inside of yourself. It will just presently be there and be channeled from you, and you won't have to be caffeinated or, on anything. Now, there's some people who use psychedelics to find themselves, and that's fine. But if you are able to really have a strong meditative state, have a strong meditative presence, but also have a mindset and a state of being that has an awareness of itself presently, you will always channel that within every situation, and you'll know what to do by that divine guidance, using your intuition, but letting your gifts shine through you. Having your personality change your reality. Having your emotional guidance system kick in so you understand the mechanics that you're tapping into. So every time that we are in the search of more enlightenment or more meditative state or more this or more that, we're still putting a label on it. But what if it was just right here and you had the ability to grab it and put it inside of you, so that you didn't put so much of an obstacle, and you're not as tall as Shaq, right? So you can't put enlightenment all the way up here because you're not able to reach it because, some of us are just average height, or some of you are only 6 foot. You're not as tall as Shaq. So put it somewhere and just place it in there and just become it. And just feel the radiance of that. And just place yourself wherever you want to be. And knowing that the struggle or the presence or the innate ability to not be against ourselves or resist ourselves will give us the ability to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be really in love with life, but also to know that whatever happens within your life, you're able to live with this adaptation of wanting to be alive, to be spirited, to have a holy spirited flow, so that there is flow being presented on your way, on your path, and igniting that flame of passion and desire within yourself. And that just shows you how to be much different, how to be different towards everything, to find out how this works, or wanting to explore, wanting to do this and wanting to do that, finding the configuration, finding how to fine-tune your gifts will always give you the ability to not have to look for the excitement, but the excitement will always find you. Allow your manifestations to find you. Allow your heart and your desire to find you. Don't feel like you always have to look for it. Obviously, we're going to have to be in the search of something, and we do have a seeking impulse that drives that. But always allow your manifestations, the excitement, the love, and the bliss, and the transcendence within yourself to always try to find you. Because then that's going to allow you to have so much empowerment and so much faith within yourself to get to the next stage, to get to the next point, and to get to where you need to be, and knowing that it's purifying where you're coming from instead of where you're going. And when you have the ability to do that, then you have the ability to let go of the physical focus, but really live with the design of really being the architect of your life. Knowing that you create your life, you attract your life, you subtract out of your life. Knowing that you are life itself and you are the breath of fresh air that gives the life, the manifestation of life. So we're also going to do a meditation, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the live feed so far. I try with these channel messages to be informational, to really just direct a message so that maybe somebody resonates with it, and also just to connect with you guys and to really get to the point in the matter of, do you want to know the excitement that can be channeled through you, or do you want the excitement to know you? But you first have to know the excitement that's being channeled through you in order to accept the excitement that you want to channel from within yourself. And then you'll start to channel that excitement, you'll start to be the happiness that you want, and you'll see that the success and the manifestation of it will be based on how much joy and how much faith that you have towards it. No matter what is being presented to you, no matter what comes in your way. And it's just limiting the amount of assumptions, the amount of problems or obstacles, and finding resolutions within the problems. So it gives us the ability to really pole vault over the misconceptions and the misdirections, or falling off course, or losing our faith, because it happens a lot within the spiritual journey. And I can tell you countless times where I have lost my faith a little bit, where I have lost my faith and the ability to really cope, because I've been through depression on the spiritual awakening. It's happened before. But it's not really depression, but it's really just the letting go. It's the letting go of the toxins and really developing a new version of yourself, developing yourself, really fine-tuning your gifts and allowing yourself to demonstrate grace within action, but also learning how to play with your creation with imagination. Having appreciation and ditching the expectations over how it should look like or what the image is or how you should feel or how you should meditate or how you should learn. But then it's really just how you go about the journey itself in your own way, and being very rebellious in that. Be rebellious for your happiness. Be rebellious towards how you want to meditate, how you want to become, how you really want to go about your life and your journey, and following the ecstasy and following the breadcrumb trail of excitement as it presents you to yourself, to know that the excitement is not something that you have to look for, but the excitement is something that is channeled through you. And then the excitement doesn't have to be so problematic, but it's something that you always know that it's the best policy to do. So the greatest gift that you can give yourself is knowing that your manifestations will find you, your state of being will find you. God's source energy has already found you, but you have to find the acceptance within yourself so that you are able to push through the boundaries and really be somewhat of an outcast. To be rebellious in the way that you're an outcast, because you're not the same as everybody. You're different, you're weird. You're not the same shape as everybody, you're not the same height, but you're not the same spirit as everybody either, right? So we have to be unique and we have to be edgy in our own way. Because if we're not, then we are not finding out the true identification of the I am presence. Instead of having an ego identification, then we are able to identify like what our emotions is, what our thoughts are. What is meditation? Anytime you can book private sessions with me. They're only $120, but I am going live tonight, probably around 9 or 10 o'clock for readings and healings. I've been rebelling for my own needs and being judged by everybody. That's the welcome to the awakening. Welcome to the club. You will be judged. You will be really healed because of your rebellion and because of the light that you're accumulating. You will always do that because you're actually taking the most direct path to know yourself. You will always be judged. You will always be ridiculed. You will always be an outcast, because not a lot of people are brave enough to step up and to really be of service to people and really help people in a way that has never been done before, because you're channeling the divine through yourself, and that stirs up the pot in a sense. It stirs up the pot and makes things be revealed. That's why it's a revelation to awaken. That's why it's a revelation. It's a revelation because we are revealing how the world has been run, and that we are starseeds coming back, so that we're here to not fix, but we're here to recalibrate everything that has been mishandled. So therefore, we're recalibrating the entire universe and putting the stars back into alignment so that everybody can really go their own way and be the way in every which way that they can. And it really allows us to have everybody excited, because this is the best time to be alive. I hear a lot of people like, this is the worst that this planet has ever been. It's actually the exact opposite. In some ways, yes. But in some ways, if we keep continuing and perpetuating that, then we are adding more fuel to the fire. And we're not allowing the universe to heal itself. So we have to change our vocabulary and narrative. Because our words have power and our thoughts have power, and everything has power with the way that we talk about things and things of that nature. So everybody, you guys can book private sessions. Let me know a time, date, and day when you're free. I do everything off of the phone. I don't do in-person appointments. And my word of advice, if any of you do psychic readings, healings, activations, and I'm going to do some healing energy here soon. because I feel like a lot of people need it. I've been doing meditation still, but I've been really going back to my healing energy. The reason why you should not do in person, because people are not, they don't have the right to your own, and you're not obligated to have them come to you. Because we are able to use the internet to connect with people like this. Now, it's different if you're doing like an in-person event, that's different. But have your home be your sanctuary is my advice to you guys, because a lot of you will become very gifted, a lot of you will do things, and you're empathic and stuff like that. And when you always have to clear the energy, so that's only going to be my word of advice to you guys, is that people don't have the right to your space. People are not obligated to be in your homes or to even be outside your homes, okay? So just my advice to you guys, you can do everything online, but if you're doing an in-person event or a retreat like that, that's different, because that's still not your space. Make your space be your space. That's my last thing. Okay, I'm going to answer this one question. Do you mind briefly? How to clear energy is really like saging your house, commanding authority, really talking to whatever is in your house, telling it to leave, doing light language, like ishikaya popataya hopo, because then you are even clapping, lighting a candle, playing anointed music, because then you're taking everything out of your house that is not of source energy, and you're sending it back to the light. So you always want to send everything back to the light, and you always want to cut the cords or archangels of the love and light, who's willing to cleanse me of my auric field, tapping into the God source energy and the great I am, diving deep in the middle mother Gaia Earth, because then you're enacting protocols, and then that's how you're clearing everything out of your home. So that's my brief touching on that and things of that nature. So we're going to do some healing energy. So stay tuned, guys, if you want to be a part of this. Also, let me know if you guys want to book private sessions. It's $120 for 1 hour sessions. Anything longer than that, we'll have to discuss that. So we are going to be doing healing energy. So feel free to receive this healing energy. Feel free to stay on the live. If you have something else to do, you can leave as well if you need to go do something. All of you have busy lives, okay? And that's another thing too. We don't have to feel obligated to stay or listen, because we're all free beings. But if you would like to receive, know that you can receive. Okay. Archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy and the great I am, diving deep into middle mother Gaia Earth, and grounding back into the earth, grounding back into our chakras, and also having an energy of release. So we're going to do the Kundalini energy as well. We're going to activate the heart. So receive this heart activation from the Palladians, from Jesus, the Apostle Paul, and also there's a violet flame that's going to be setting up parameters around your guys' hearts. So always guard your hearts, but just know you're going to be able to have your heart guarded and protected, and an energy of protection is all around you from the fire dragon. It burns up negative energy, so there's a flame around you all. And we're also going to tap into the unicorn's energy, which is the energy of the inner child, imagination, and also just channeling our power much easier and being able to remain calm in situations, but also remain a 12th dimensional frequency as well. So Archangel Michael is giving us a cloak of power and a sword of spirit. getting us to follow the truth of our heart, the truth of our resonance, the truth of what we are. And then we are going to have our third eye activated. And we're going to have the Arcturians help us with that as well. So a lot of extraterrestrials are here, and Ashgar Command is helping us activate our third eye. And then we're going to activate the causal chakra. And Archangel Raphael is going to help us with that, because your causal chakras are being healed and cleansed as well, because there is a green light that is being poured out, so that there is greater connection from your third eye and also your throat chakra, Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. So there's also some essential oils that have came through as well. So Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary are going to rub some essential oils on the throat right here and around the back of the neck. So this is psychic protection as well. So enacting protocols. And also necklaces are being given to you guys. And also shoes, like really proper, nice dress shoes are being given to some of you. And some of you are getting this, some of the ladies and some of the men I'm sensing are, the men are getting crowns, and the ladies are getting like tiaras and things of that nature. So what this is resembling is a sign of royalty, is a sign of class, is a sign of prosperity. So as you're receiving this, you can also receive prosperity from this. More dignified, more integrity, more truth, and being authentic to the core. Also, this bionic blue light from the ninth dimension is coming in very strongly. And also some spirit animals come to mind, the fox, trusting your talents in changing times. And the dog, a lot of us have animals within our home, which is loyalty, respect, and community life. And the horse. Like I just saw a white horse with blue eyes running in a pasture, which is a symbol of freedom, no strings attached, not being put in a category or a box. And just allowing yourself to channel the excitement within yourself. Allowing yourself to really be yourself and just finding the purification inside of yourself. And pushing back the opposition or the problems or all that negative energy and just reclaiming our power in this moment. Reclaim your power. Know that it is yours to reclaim, and just know that you have an obligation for your development, for your empowerment, for the truth of what you are, and knowing that we're coming full circle. I am because I am, and you are because I am. And Archangel Gabriel is going to finish up this transmission. And what he's going to do is that he's going to put out these white diamonds, a crystal grid of white diamonds in a circle. And also there are some amethysts, some purple, some green, and some yellow. And he's putting them all in a circle. And think of this as an energy grid to channel your energy, but also an energy of protection, energy of maintaining consistency, polarity of positive and negative, but also balancing our masculine and feminine energies and allowing the light to become the transmutation of the dark, but also the transfiguration of the soul. So Archangel Gabriel is also pouring out a white light with his hands to our hands. So I'm going to grab my palms here, just to recalibrate the energy and to allow the energy to fluctuate, but also for this big boom, this sonic boom to happen when I snap my fingers. So when I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. Everybody take one last deep breath. And when I snap my fingers, you will feel this cosmic sonic boom of pure enlightenment. 1, 2, 3. So, I know that was pretty loud. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud, because there's some times where I do my snaps and I'm wanting them to be loud. And then it was just kind of like that. And I'm like, who heard that, right? But the reason why I did that is because Archangel Gabriel did a lot of activations, downloads, and codes for you guys. And I was assisting a little bit, but really I was just calling them in as well. And what happened was a lot of your guys' hearts are more open, your head, the eyes, the ears. So there's a greater connection with that healing energy that I was just doing. So also, guys, I want to thank you for this message. I want to thank you for this live. I do have a client in an hour. So I do have a client in an hour, and I'll try to go live later on tonight. So without further ado, this is White Wolf. I hope you guys are doing well. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this live. Just live with your excitement. Know that you are the excitement. Know that you are the manifestation of light. Know that you are what you're attracting to yourself, and you are the mirroring back of that reflection. So just radiate that reflection of being that ecstasy and that bliss and that love, and living by your heart centers is living with your honor and your integrity and your truth at the end of the day. And knowing that you will direct the message as source energy, as the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, as the I am presence fully realized. So also, guys, book private sessions. When I do go live, I usually charge $10 to $20. I was doing $35, but usually when I go live later on at 9 or 10 o'clock, that's probably the prices that I'll be doing. And also, you can book private sessions with me. It's $120. Book a time, date, and day when you're free, and I do them off the phone. And also, don't email me, just text me on TikTok, find me, follow me, and things of that nature, and I'll get back to you. So thank you guys so much. God bless. Namaste. And until next time, this is White Wolf. God bless. And so it is. So God bless.